Hey guys, this is Tony from Red Bear Podcast. I'm actually hanging out at RI Comic-Con right now, chilling with Cory Smith, who is an amazing artist, as probably some of the best work I've ever seen. Cory, I just got a couple questions for you, man. And while I'm asking you this question, you're actually filling in the eyes of the Predator of a sketch you did to make him green. So, how do you start off with these drawings? Because they look just fantastic.
Well, I start off finding at least one main photo reference. Try not to do the same Google image as everybody else because these conventions are very competitive. So I try to do a lot of freeze framing from the movies, and then once I find my main photo image, I'll get about 4 or 5 of the other images, angles, and stuff like that. And then I'll lay it all out with stumps, and then I go back and I sketch it in. Then I hard line it, and then I shade it. Okay. I attribute it to a glorified coloring book is what I attribute it to. It's just it's all hard line and then kind of shaded pretty in the center.
Definitely. Now, how long do these typically take you? I know they're all kind of different images, but what are we talking on like a basic timeline?
From beginning to end, the Incredible Hulk I did, that was 42 hours. My Arrow was 40 hours. Flash was 39. My Vader was 29. Surfer was 61. Freddy was 60. So they some of them are like marathon drawings.
Right. Now, did you kind of was this all self-taught, or did you go to school for art, or?
No. I am self-taught. I was that person who couldn't draw a stick figure. And back when I was in high school, they really didn't push you to be anything in art. They never really like, wow, you can aspire to be this. It was just something to get a grade through school. So because I could draw, they didn't really push me to try anything else. They just let me draw. And my teacher hated my style, so I got F's all the time anyways. So he hated it because if you go to any of these schools and stuff, they'll tell you, well, the human face does not have any lines. It's all shadows. But I taught myself to draw by looking at comic books. That's why there is a hard line around everything, because that's what comic books are.
Right.
So, my art teacher hated it, so I never got good grades, and I didn't even know people didn't like my art.
Yeah.
I mean, I would draw this stuff and hang it on the wall, and people would come over and like, wow, that's really cool. But back in 2007, when this whole thing started, I was in San Diego Comic-Con. I was a sculptor. I had all my statues in front of me and stuff, and I'm watching all the guys across from me, like selling all these sketchbooks of art and nudes and stuff like that. And I was like, man, I could draw. And so I went back and I tried to get a sketchbook done by 2008, and I just didn't have enough material. Mm-hmm. Found the publisher and all this stuff, didn't get it. But in 2008, The Dark Knight was coming out. So I did the Joker, Heath Ledger Joker, and the Christian Bale Batman. I had those 2 prints. Now, back then, I had 2 totally different sizes. I had a small and I had a large. Okay? Batman, Heath Ledger. These were $50. These were $100. I sold out of everything.
Wow.
No, seriously. People were buying $4 and $5 and $6 and $700 at a pop. Because I was brand new on the scene. Nobody's seen it. I was the first one that ever started this black and white portraiture. When we were in San Diego, people would come up and they'd be like, oh, big heads. And everything else was just the line art. But I liked portraits. I don't need the rest of the Hulk's body to know that's the Hulk. I don't. Right. And that's like one of my biggest sellers since 2010. I don't know how anybody doesn't own that piece, because they should have it. If they don't, shame on them. But I sell so many of those things. But anyways, that's how the whole damn thing started. It's just
it seems like you've also had like I guess some of these celebrities have actually signed your stuff. Like how did that come about?
That's kind of cool. Well, I do conventions. I do shows all over the United States and up in Canada. So I do know some people in power who get me up in front of the groups, and they'll help me get the signatures, which is cool. Or I'm like the masses. I'll pay I'm going to meet Gal Gadot on Sunday, so I've paid the $125 to get her autograph, and I'll wait in line. I just got David Tennant's at the last show, Wizard World Pittsburgh. So it's kind of, some of these guys are super cool. Some of them don't even want to talk to you. Yeah. They just sign their name and say thanks. But Carl Urban, super cool.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth, super cool. Loki, Hiddleston, super cool. Yeah. If you guys aren't cool, I won't tell you.
Well, man, I just want to say, thank you for your time answering some cool questions. You do some awesome stuff. You guys can check out redbearpodcast.com to see the image that he's taking care of right now. And where can they find your stuff, man? Can people find the stuff online, or?
Well, I don't ship anything. I want you to come to the shows. I want you to experience this. I know a lot of these other guys ship and stuff like that. And yes, I'm probably missing out on a shitload of money, but it's not about the money. It's about the art.
Yeah.
get off your dead asses, get to these conventions, come down and see us, come and see, experience all the cosplay and all the people and the fun. Anybody can sit behind a computer and order a print, but you need to meet. I've met so many great people doing these shows, like yourself. And if you didn't come to the show, you'd have never met me. Now, I know you already bought the Predator. Next time you see me, you're going to buy something else.
Yeah, you've gotten a couple of Walking Dead ones before.
Oh, yeah.
I got
Lincoln, I was stunning, and I said...
Pretty soon you won't need anybody else. I'll be the only artist you come to.
That's right, man. That's right. Well, good talking to you, man. Appreciate your time.
Tony, pleasure, man.